Napoleon Bonaparte was one of the greatest military leaders in history, and as Emperor of France, he led his armies to victories across Europe. Napoleon was born in Corsica and educated at a military academy, and was later made commander of the French army in Italy in 1796. He led the French armies to victory over the Austrians in Italy, and then forced peace negotiations between the warring factions. At the time, British naval power prevented Napoleon from invading England, so he planned to invade Egypt and unite with his Muslim allies to defeat the British and take over the British trade routes with India. In 1798, Napoleon's armies defeated the Egyptians, but later that year the British captured and destroyed all but 2 of the French fleet in the Battle of the Nile, dashing Napoleon's hopes of naval superiority. Despite this, he then led 13,000 of his troops into Damascus, where he conquered various coastal towns. Napoleon's conquest of the Middle East was halted by sickness and poor supplies, so he withdrew to Egypt and returned to France in 1799, where he secured his own election as first consul. In 1801, he re-established slavery in French colonies, leading to a slave revolt in Haiti, and in the ensuing conflict Napoleon's forces were defeated. Napoleon faced bankruptcy, so sold the French North American territories to the United States in the Louisiana Purchase. In 1804, Napoleon was made Emperor of France, and planned to invade England once again. Britain allied with Russia and Austria, and Napoleon's navy was defeated in the Battle of Trafalgar, but 6 weeks later his army famously defeated the Austro-Russian forces at the Battle of Austerlitz. He gained new territory in the victory and now controlled most of Western Europe. He commissioned the Arc de Triomphe to commemorate his victory. The Holy Roman Empire was dissolved, and Napoleon installed his relatives and loyalists in positions of power across Europe. Napoleon's forces then fought in the Peninsular Wars, and then invaded Russia in 1812. From an original French force of 400,000 soldiers, only 40,000 survived, so Napoleon withdrew from Russia, and the Allies began to re-establish control over Europe through a series of alliances. After a brief exile, Napoleon escaped and marched on Paris once again. Napoleon was narrowly defeated at the Battle of Waterloo, and he was imprisoned and exiled to Helena in the Atlantic, and he died there in 1821.